Hey guys, Sister Clement here. I miss you all very much and love you, and I have the spiritual thought, so I'll get right to it. When I was young, someone said to me that you can learn a lot from a person by their fingernails and their shoes. And I don't have really fancy fingernails, as you can see. Not sure what that says about me. But for some reason, I took this to heart, and I would notice that, like, about people. And I brought a pair of shoes, since that's what I used to judge people on. It's weird, I know. So let's pretend we're at a crime scene and we have to figure out everything we know about this person based on their shoes. So this is probably a man, right? Probably these were their like everyday shoes because there's like a lot of dust on them and a lot of wear. You can see that. And they're from Walmart by the brand. So would I have deemed this person worthy of my time? Would I have wanted to interact with them? Would I have judged them? You know, I don't know. Malcolm Gladwell in his book Blink talked about split-second decisions that we make when we talk to people, judgments. And he says, actually, this is necessary to survival, to be able to make split-second decisions about if someone's safe to be around. And it's actually super important to be able to trust that judgment, that instinct. On the other hand, we're told not to judge. And so that's kind of curious. It says in the scriptures that the man looketh on the outer appearance and the Lord looketh on the heart. And of course we want to be those people that look on the heart. Malcolm Gladwell in his book talks about this, and he says, you know, that split-second decision that we make, that's one thing. And there's another kind of decision that we make after the split-second decision. And he says, we have as humans a storytelling problem. And I actually have this problem, and I'm working on it. We're a bit too quick to come up with explanations for things we don't really have an explanation for. So in that normal instinct to judge, then we go ahead and tell a story about that person. And I loved Sister Doba's example of this when she didn't want to go camping as a group. She was willing to, but wasn't her favorite thing. And we could have made judgments, you know, like she's a girly girl, maybe got spoiled as a child. But no, she told us the real story was that she, when they moved to Washington, they didn't have a place to live. And so they lived in a campground when she was in high school. And that was the true story. And there's a true story behind these shoes too. I don't know the whole story, but someone actually gave us these shoes about 10 years ago. We were on our way home from a rafting trip, and my husband fell asleep at the wheel, and we, at 55 miles an hour, we went off the freeway through a metal sign, like we flattened the sign, and down into a really steep ravine. And nobody was super hurt on the surface, but you know, we were stuck at the bottom of that big ravine, and Scott only had one shoe because he had lost it rafting, lost the other shoe. And so this person, whoever they were, on the surface, in their heart, they were the type of person who, it looks to me like, just took the shoes off their feet and gave them to somebody else. And Scott happens to be a size 10.5. They were his exact size. And my invitation to you and to myself today is to know that it's okay to have that quick judgment of people. That's part of human instinct. And it's a spiritual gift to, after that instinct, be able to look on the heart. And I've always said if I could choose a superpower, my kids make fun of me. They're like, choose flying, Mom. But I would be able to see people's spirits, you know, because I think there's a lot of like really courageous, beautiful spirits inside of bodies that don't look that exciting. But my invitation to us is to develop that. And I have one way to do it that I've been really working on. And I don't know if this will work for you, but it works for me. And it is when I find myself judging someone, like, oh, you know, whatever the judgment might be, then I stop and I wonder about them. I wonder, and so instead of telling a story, I wonder like, what are they really super good at? I wonder, what do they have that they could share with me that would really help me? What gift? What is their best gift? And I invite us to especially ask that about people in our own houses. Because, you know, we might be a little bit tired of some of the people in our houses. Not in my house. That's not happened at all. But just kidding. But that's my invitation to follow Jesus Christ and develop that spiritual gift of looking on the heart, and to do it by wondering. I love you guys. Happy Sunday.